Hello, and welcome to the NetSuite SuitePeople SuiteSuccess video series. In the next few minutes, we'll be taking a tour of SuitePeople offered through the SuiteSuccess program. If you've spoken with someone at NetSuite prior to this video, it's likely you're about to attend an alignment call with your account rep and members of our solutions team. Before we get started, I'd like to share our safe harbor statement. This means that what we're showing you today is subject to change in the future with new releases. It's important that any decisions made regarding SuitePeople are based on the product as it currently exists. Let's talk about some of the challenges you may be facing today. We've heard from customers and prospects about being bogged down in manual processes such as requesting time off. This can easily be handled by the employee and the manager. The employee requests time off, the manager approves it, and the employee has that time off. The requesting and approving of time off requests can be done through an easy-to-use and beautifully laid out user interface within SuitePeople. Organizations use disparate systems for ERP, HR, and payroll. The use of many systems can lead to processes getting missed, like a promotion or a change in departments, both of which require new permissions and approvals within the system. SuitePeople will solve these issues by having everything in one holistic suite. In dealing with many systems too, there's a great number of spreadsheets, emails, and paper to track and manage employees. Dealing with these methods again leads to things getting missed, such as not recording PTO taken as one example. SuitePeople is intuitive and allows employees who may not be logged into NetSuite daily log in and see the information they need to book PTO on a beautifully laid out page. The SuitePeople Advantage gives unification within NetSuite, allowing for improved information and decision making and ERP features, making HR integral to the business. SuitePeople has been built with people at the core. It's designed for every person in an organization. Roles have been designed based on specific needs of the employee base, and it empowers everyone to get their job done, whether you're an employee, manager, or even CEO. The NetSuite platform is flexible and customizable, allowing organizations to tailor it to their unique cultures and being able to take advantage of the large partner ecosystem within NetSuite. NetSuite as a suite of products has been designed to run a whole business. From financials, CRM, e-commerce, and PSA capabilities, now NetSuite encompasses human resources functions with SuitePeople. We've created a complete core HR offering built on the NetSuite platform, holistically part of the suite, delivered via the cloud, and integrated to the back office. We will now look at the employee and manager experience within SuitePeople. As an employee, when I log into the newly redesigned Employee Center, I have all of my personal information available to me on one page. With the SuiteSuccess implementation, what we see here is what your employees will have access to on day one of Go Live with SuitePeople. The home links give me access to areas of SuitePeople such as my employee profile, the employee directory, time tracking, and time off too. My time off portlet lets me see my time off balances for all types of time offered by my company. The types of time off displayed are completely customizable based on your organization's current time off standards. Diving into the balances, I can see what's been used or scheduled and currently available as well. I'm able to see the completely redesigned UI for purchase orders and expense reports. Returning from a business trip and needing to enter a new expense report is as easy as logging into my Employee Center role. A glance at the expense and PO portlets lets me know what's been approved, pending, or rejected because of the new color-coded statuses. To get more detail on a specific expense report or purchase order, I just have to click on the reference number. I can also connect with my coworker through my Kudos portlet on my dashboard. I can see who has been rewarded, receive kudos, motivate others, communicate praise, and celebrate accomplishments, all the while upholding the company's core values. Please note, to turn on Kudos, it will require additional setup time from our professional services team. The employee directory, available to all employees in the company, lets staff put faces to names. In our experience, this is the #1 most used self-service application in SuitePeople, due to the information always being up to date. I don't need a list of all employees and their contact information on a spreadsheet saved into a shared drive on the company network anymore. As much as these should have been updated regularly with new employees or removing employees who moved on, I never update them as often as I should. Because the employee directory in SuitePeople is updated in real time, as new employees are brought on board and other employees move on, I don't have to update spreadsheets anymore. I can search by name, department, or location, further filtering by location, department, or even job title to narrow my search for a specific employee. I just finished a project with a colleague who worked in the software department but can't recall their name. Using the employee directory, I'm going to search the software department. By filtering it by the software department, it comes down with 35 names. However, that's still too many to narrow down. I do recall they worked out of the San Mateo office, and using the filters available to me, I'm able to filter specifically by the San Mateo office. Once the filter's been applied, I have 7 people to search through, easily finding Victor Butler. From here, I can see who Victor reports to or simply email him or reach out by phone. I can also see who his manager is, give kudos, or move into the brand new org browser to see where Victor fits within the hierarchy of the company. As an employee who works remotely in a growing company, I've never used the tool as much as the org browser over the last 18 months. With the office closest to me growing by more than 75 employees, the org browsers allowed me to get to know who the new people are, what department they work in, who they report to, and most beneficial for me, I'm able to put a face to a name so that when I get to the office, I know who's who and I can greet them by name. And because the org browser is dynamic, I'm able to zoom in and see more information about employees in my company, where they're located, what department they're in, their title, who they report to, or who reports to them, and give them kudos. I can even print a list of teams and compare it year over year. The org browser, just like the employee directory, is updated in real time as employees join and leave the company. I never have to worry about my people data being outdated again. Having just finished up an intense project, I need to take a few days off to refresh. Because I can view my time off on my home screen, I know I have more than enough time available to me. The intuitive interface of SuitePeople makes requesting time off simple and easy. Once I've selected the days off I'm requesting and the type of time off I plan to take, I see that I might not be able to get the days off I requested due to my colleague being off at those times as well. In this case, I'm going to enter a message to my manager to increase my chances of getting this time off. When I'm done requesting the time off, my manager will receive a notification by email and see it as a pending request when they log into their Employee Center. With SuitePeople, I can also connect with my coworkers through my Kudos portlet on my dashboard. Here I can search for the employee I wish to thank publicly and they'll be notified of my message to them. Publicly, everyone will be able to see the kudos. SuitePeople comes with 15 common kudos types out of the box that'll help unite a workforce and support organizational core values. Your company can control what kudos get displayed in case one isn't appropriate and needs to be removed. And lastly, companies can gather who has received and given the most kudos if they want to further congratulate those individuals. Please note, to turn on kudos it will require additional setup time from our professional services team. With NetSuite's role-based access, I'm now logged in as Matthew Manager. Before using SuitePeople, my daily activities were all over the place. I had emails asking me to approve expenses, POs that got lost in the shuffle. I had PTO requests on post-it notes stuck to my computer screen reminding me of when people were going to be off. It was a completely ineffective approach to managing a team. The simplicity of the Employee Center gives me the data and the tasks that need to be completed so that I can stay on top of my employees all the time. The reminders let me review and approve my team's expense reports or purchase orders, making sure that they're going to be reimbursed for any out-of-pocket expenses in a timely manner. I can see the time off requests and filter them by approval status so that I know who's off when, whose time needs to be approved, and any time that I might have rejected. Again, all of this information available to me in a single view. Here I can see that Emily has requested some time off. By going in to view it, I'm able to see if there's any conflicts with any other colleagues. At this point, I can either approve, reject, or cancel. Because there's another colleague off at the same time, I'm going to reject this one. SuitePeople allows me to put in a reason why the time off is being rejected. By doing this, the employee and the manager will be on the same page as to why this time off requests have been rejected. I'm also able to see if one of my team members received kudos and comment on the recognition. As a manager, I'm tasked with leading a team, however I'm also an employee, so I'm able to see my time off balances so that I'm aware of my accruals and my usage. I can access my own profile or get into the employee directory in the org browser through my home links. Some companies have rules about carryover PTO balances. With SuitePeople, I'm able to dive into the time off summary and see my team's PTO balances. Since my company doesn't allow for carryover, I can easily send emails to my team with higher PTO balances so that I don't have everyone asking for days off at the end of the year to make sure they use up their remaining PTO balances. This helps me control who's off when so that we won't be short-staffed when we need all hands on deck. All of the information provided to me through the Employee Center and my role as manager allows me to be more responsive and have better visibility about my team. I'm able to get my job done and manage my people in one seamless system, tying together the ERP functions I use on a daily basis and the administrative duties that come with managing a team. So why is it that SuitePeople has become a popular offering for existing and interested NetSuite customers? It has really come down to these three key areas as to why SuitePeople matters. First, it's the unification of the suite. You now have improved information and decision-making in ERP features. It's in the same platform as your HCM solution, making HR integral to the business. Second, it's people at the core. We've designed SuitePeople for every person. This isn't an HCM built by accountants. We've taken feedback from hundreds of customers. We've understood the industry, the need for ease of adoption, and in understanding that all of us at the end of the day are employees, regardless of job or role, SuitePeople can be adopted and utilized simply with visual cues and the same familiar NetSuite UI and reporting engine to empower everyone to get their job done. Finally, we leverage the NetSuite platform. Truly, it's the most flexible and customizable aspect of NetSuite, where with a click and not code, you can add custom KPIs, roles and permissions control your access and level of interaction with the data in the system. It's controlled but can be tailored to your unique culture. And beyond that, you can leverage our partner ecosystem for even greater best-of-breed HR functions and technologies with trusted, tried, and managed integrations so you can rest assured you have the tools in place to get the job done. Your next steps will be to go through the recommended practices important to your organization in great detail with our SuiteSuccess team. In that alignment call, we'll determine how to best leverage the leading practices for your people process areas. We look forward to getting together with the stakeholders in your organization and learning about the unique challenges currently faced regarding human resources. Thank you for taking this brief overview of SuitePeople, and thanks again for your time.